and welcome. So I'm slightly late. I've been picking up, some litter in a field where they're actually going to build some houses. So just felt like I needed to do that. Red Walls, welcome. Hi Joel, thanks for sharing everybody. Welcome. Well, Lammas it's officially today, but in the astrological diary it's the 7th of August, but I'm celebrating it today. Sticking with tradition. Good morning. Hi. Hi Sherry. Hi. Seeing some old faces coming. Welcome. So yesterday I had a wonderful day off scoping and I went out. Hi Tamara. And I went and picked some lovely wild raspberries and ate them and walked and walked and walked. Fortunately it's not that warm, it's quite chilly, so not really feeling Augusty as we traditionally imagine August to be, but hey ho, that's life, that's nature. Wake up happy, yay. Hi Jake, welcome. So Lammas, if you don't know much about Lammas is the time, it's like midway between summer solstice and autumn equinox. And it's the time when the sun starts to wane and the nights, believe it or not, start to get a bit shorter. So darkness is starting to creep in. But it obviously, it does that very, very slowly, so don't fret. But yes, it is the time. Hi Collier. So Lammas is a Saxon word actually, and it means loafmas, which is a celebration of the first harvest. So basically, today is the first harvest. And the first harvest is when we harvest now what feeds us and becomes the seeds that we sow for next year. So with it also being new moon tomorrow, I wanted to start to really think about what is it that you want to celebrate and harvest that maybe that you've created over this last year, that you brought to your own life over this last year, the seeds that you would like to plant into next year, that you, hello my love, that you don't have to sort of rush into. Believe it or not, the birthstone of August, I'll turn this round, is actually peridot. And weirdly, sold my last bottle of peridot. I've got Princess Leia buns in today. It's funny when you put these in and you don't really know how you're going to look when you get on scope. It's quite funny. It's quite hilarious. Love peridot. Yeah, so is my daughter. So I missed that one, darling. But peridot is the birthstone for August, and I sold my last bottle at the weekend, which seemed quite funny. And I've decided that I'm kind of contemplating it. It's gone really, really well, and I really want to celebrate the fact that it has gone really well. And by doing that, I don't think I want to create it anymore, because it's done its bit for me and for Silent Moon, and that's the feeling that I'm getting. I'm a peridot baby. So it's finished now, it's sold out. It went to a lovely lady that bought some new products last week, so it's gone and it's done its bit. And that's how flower essences work for me. They do their bit, then they leave, which is kind of sweet and lovely, and then I make the decision whether I want to carry on. Oh, so for those of you that are new and you don't know me, my name is Indra. silent-moon.co.uk is me, and I work with the nature kingdom and the light of the moon, creating wonderful flower essences and amazing products for your self-healing. And you can join me at Silent Moon, and also just join my homepage where I put lots of wonderful, lovely offers and tell you lots of stories. Often you might want to read them at bedtime, or you might want to read them during the day. So today we were talking about Lammas because it's all about harvesting, and the first harvest of the year, and the harvest, the food that feeds us today through the winter, and also the seeds that take us through into next year. So how are you? I'm good, thanks darling, I'm good. So if you can think of something, or maybe just over the next couple of days, this is just kind of, again, a little bit of Silent Moony homework. As new moon is tomorrow in Leo, and it's all about the heart center, really think about what it is that you would like to bring to fruition. Not right now, but in the long term, sort of within the next year until next Lammas. Is there things that you've been seeding over the last few months, or from the end of last year and from New Year to now that you would really like to bring into fruition from now until next August. Maybe those bigger goals that you've been putting off. Maybe there's things that you've been writing down and you've sort of hidden them away. I know that I'm not really massively into New Year intentions. I kind of like to do it with the moon cycles every month, because for me that makes it easier. If we look at sort of the long term and say what we would like to create from New Year to New Year, I think that's quite hard on ourselves sometimes. So it's really nice to work with the moon cycles and really start to look at your intentions every month and just make little steps and little goals, and you'll find that by doing that you achieve a hell of a lot more than if you go, okay, this year I'm gonna go da 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 da, and then in the end you're so exhausted that you just go, well, I didn't achieve any of it, and then you get down on yourself and la la la. Next year's energetically is not a good time. Next year energetically is not a good time. Why is that? Tell me. So as new moon is tomorrow, as I say in Leo. Hey Amal, haven't seen you for a while. Amal hasn't been on for a while. It's new moon tomorrow, and today is Lammas. It's a perfect time to start to really look at those seeds about creating. And I just want to have a short attention and intention span. So yeah, Christine, perfect for you. Like me, is just working slowly through the month, doing the new moon intentions on the new moon, and then working through the moon cycle, and then when it comes to full moon, is just doing your release, and then really working in, you know, with that specific moon and not giving yourself a hard time, which we often can do. You have done a good job. Thank you. If that's for me, that is. Let me read you this lovely little Lammas prayer that I wrote down today. It's really, really sweet, and I was reading it this morning as I was lighting a candle and just sort of saying, you know, I don't have a tradition, I'm not a witch, I'm not a pagan, I'm just an Indra, you know, and I follow my own way and I follow my own path. And for many, many years I followed gurus, and as many of you follow me, you know that I don't follow a particular guru. I just incorporate everything that I've learned that authentically sits with me, and that's what I share with you. So if I resonate with you, you'll follow me, and if not, you won't. So from the field of gold come the waves of grain, and we bid farewell to the summer. We haven't seen it yet, and the harvest has begun, and crops are ripe for picking, and the summer sun fades to autumn. Our flour will be milled, and our bread will be baked, and our food will be plentiful for the winter. So already talking about that already, kind of, especially in the UK when we haven't really had that much of a summer yet, and it's kind of still quite cold. We've had like bits of summer and bits of autumn all rolled into one, like 4 seasons in one day. So we kind of feel a bit kind of it's a bit noisy here at the moment, a bit sort of deprived of what we would call summer. So don't think about it being autumn yet, even though I'm always very, very happy to think of autumn, because it's my most, I'm an autumn baby, and I love the colours of autumn, and I get very excited about autumn. So I'm always happy to have autumn around me, and Halloween, and then Christmas, and I love that time of year. Sounds like you're living in Wisconsin. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, I love the colours of autumn. But so being with that now, because we are really starting to, although the sun is here, we're starting to fade, and it's starting to slowly, I mean, next month it's September, so it's fading time. It's all going to start to get a little bit darker. So it's just, it only does it very gradually every day, so don't worry. Me too. 13th, well, I'm the 11th. See the sun, the light's now actually coming out because it's heard me talking. So just that days are getting shorter, absolutely. Well, they do from June. I can't kind of get that lighting. Right, so how we're I'm gonna celebrate today by going home now, and I can't wait. I've created my wonderful yoni steam for myself. My daughter's gonna do hers later, and actually came to me and said, Mom, I need to do one too. It's wonderful when you have a daughter that actually asks for a yoni steam. It's just like, I've done something right. So I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna spend the time with myself looking at my own seeds, literally, and let go of all the things that I've been holding on to. I've had a lot of tension in my womb area. 16-year-old, I'm a 16-year-old, are you a 16-year-old girl or boy?
because I can't read your name, lovely. And I've had a lot of tension going on in this area at this moment in time, so yoni steaming is the perfect thing to do. And I'm going to use my red tent and I'm going to lie down for a full hour, give myself permission to really absorb myself in the energy of this Lammas and this new moon. So I invite you to maybe take an hour or so of self-care today, of something, whether it's writing something, whether it's putting down, well, you're a boy, wonderful, putting down your intentions, putting down what seeds you really want to sow for the next year. What are you going to harvest in your life? What are you going to bring to fruition so that you can look back next year and just go, okay, yeah, I've achieved those few things. Can you please follow me? Well, to be honest, my love, authentically, I will say to you, I follow people who I actually would listen to, and I don't often watch Scope, so I'm not a big Scope watcher because I have a life and I have a family and I have a business that's very popular and taking off, and I really don't have time to watch Scopes. So I tend to drop in on people and say hello and I'm here and share and watch some people, but I really don't have a lot of time because so I will look and see what you're doing, and that's as much as I can give right now. So I don't do Periscope. Okay, harvest the last year, sow for next year. That's exactly right. That's exactly what it is. It's like a bigger version of what we do with the moon cycles, but it's a really important time to sort of, and it's also a very yellow energy. So if you think about it, it's beautiful. Yeah, it is beautiful. It's a really lovely, do you know that sort of end of summer? I visualize this like it's my favorite sort of lighting, that sort of low summer glow when it's just all about to just fade into autumn, that low lighting that we have on an evening in the summer when we have the sun. Bring that kind of energy in and just really look at it and meditate with it. And the colour yellow is all around us at the moment, so the colour of the wheat, the colour of the corn, the colour of the crops. So look at it. You look like a nice mum. I try to be, my love. I do try to be. Dogs can see yellow. Right, okay. So everybody, let me just see what I'm going to offer this week. I'm going to be obviously scoping a little bit about new moon tomorrow. So I'm always on at 2:30 on a weekday, UK. And then we'll be doing a meditation on Wednesday. We're going to be talking about the jinns this week, not as in the jinns, as in the drinky jinns, but the genies and the jinns, as in the fairies. The desert. I've had a few people asking me about desert fairies because a lot of people who buy Silent Moon products come from Arizona. So getting a few more from Arizona and California in. So they're asking me more about the desert fairies. I love Harry Potter and I've been to Hogwarts in my last holiday. Wonderful. That sounds great. And then on Friday, I'm heading down south, so God knows what time I'll be scoping. And I've decided now, after the weekend yesterday, after taking yesterday off from scoping, I've decided to maybe do alternate Saturdays, Sundays. A lot of trolls hit us on a Saturday, and I know that on a Sunday we do have quite a lot of really keen people to listen. So I've decided that maybe 1 week I'll do a Saturday, 1 week I'll do a Sunday. So I'll do alternate Saturday, Sundays, which will be a lot better for me, but definitely not. I realised definitely not 7 days a week. 6 days a week is enough, and I need to give myself that. So I love London. Yes, me too. So for those of you that know me and know that I do give out a lot of valuable information, I have a donate button at the bottom of the Silent Moon page. Please donate if you watch me regularly, and just give maybe a price of a coffee, maybe once or twice a month. That will be really beneficial to me. And also those people who have already donated, I am extremely grateful to you. It did get me when somebody asked Joel in his last scope about that. You probably saw me put, Jesus, how dare you. But I do have a real issue with people having something about money. Money is an exchange. Money is an energy. It's nothing that we need to get on our high horses about. It's just a thing that we're given on this planet as an exchange. It's nothing that needs to be heavy. Some people prefer to give in gifts, but actually we do all need money to survive. So there is nothing that we need to hold tight to about cash. It's something, when we're holding tightness about money, I think it's something that we really need to look at within ourselves, because when we give, we receive, and then basically that is the energy of money. It flows. The more that you give money, the more that you receive money. So much peace to you as well. So that is just how it works, and not like I'm asking you for thousands, but I do give valuable information, and all this that I give would actually go into a workshop. Absolutely, yeah, Vanessa. So I charge for my yoga, I charge for my products, so a donation on Periscope isn't such a hard thing to ask for. To tell off, fuck off. I missed that one, whatever that was about fuck off, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. Windsor. Bottom of homepage and donate button. So yeah, if you go to the bottom of my homepage, it's just a donate button. You can give a certain amount a month, or you can just give, you know, you can give a one-off donation there. So everybody, is everybody okay about Lammas? Do you want to ask any questions? And realize I'm going to put a donation box on my counter. Yeah, good for you, good for you. My teacher does yoga clubs. Oh, wonderful. And that's another thing that you know, when I get donations, it's true, the more I will give out and the more that I will share with you on Scope. And I do want to ask now if anybody is confused about anything that I've said today about Lammas and the Festival of Lammas and what it's about, and please feel free to ask a question. And if not, you need to go away and really give yourself some loving time to really be aware of what it is that you need to seed within your life. Would you combine new moon and Lammas intentions? Yes, absolutely. I like your tattoos. Thanks, darling. Spin Gnome, thank you for inviting followers. If you haven't invited, I'd love you to invite followers. That would be great. They can watch the replay and they're always welcome. And it's on Silent Moon Imaginarium on YouTube. So if you don't want to trail through the replays on Periscope, you can always find it there really quickly on YouTube. Yes, you would combine new moon with Lammas, because my belief is if they fall at the same time, there is a reason for the time that they fall together. You know, sometimes we have a full moon, like a super moon with a solstice, and we had a full moon with the solstice this year, so we've got a Lammas with a new moon this year. So use the energy and combine it together, and it brings, what it does is it just brings more strength. And if you bring the little belly thing about your nature celebrates it, that they are about gratitude. Yes, autocorrect, it's fine. And if you follow astrology, you'll know that I've got a bit of hay fever actually out here. If you follow astrology, you will know that tomorrow is a Leo new moon, so you can also bring that energy into your intentions and celebrate the heart space. And all week I've been showing you about how to do meditations for the heart space, to look within the heart space. If you want to watch my replays, you can see all those meditations. They're also on YouTube, just to help you to open the heart. And we did yoga on Saturday just to help you, abusive yoga. Thank you to all those lovely trolls that threw their energy around there, but hey ho. Hopefully those helped you to open your heart, whether you're an advanced yogi or whether you're a beginner. You have a golden heart. Thanks, darling. That's a lovely thing to say, especially from a 16-year-old. And you are wise. You're rising here. Yeah, you're riding here. Lots of love. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to go now and spend some time in my peaceful house on my own and yoni steam and meditate. And I'm sending you all lots and lots and lots of love. So if you want to know more about me, check me out, silent-moon.co.uk. Love you loads. Bye.